for this?
Right on.
I'm ready for this. And I'm happy that actually my sound is working because sometimes it just like doesn't add up. Uh, I did a Windows update again. And boy, yeah, every time on the stream I mention it because it always like gives me trouble. Boys. Uh, I want to play a song here. There you go. I want to play this song because it's something stuck with me. I don't know if you guys hear this. It takes me back to my early event management career. I was organizing the PDC, the Professional Dart Corporation, based out of Germany. We went to the Netherlands, UK, Belgium, Germany. Like Phil Taylor, Ryman from Barneveld. It was that kind of time. And boy, did we had a blast. And that was kind of like our, like, walk-in kickoff event song. And people got riled up. It kind of like brought people in the main halls because the tournament has been taken up in hotels. And it was a great time for everyone involved. Here we go. So, right on and welcome to ZwiftRaceCraft. An easy day, Zone 2, just shaking out the legs after a friendly ladder match, which was obviously not friendly. It was what bumps left and right. Check it out in the stream. Latest video. Nothing got gifted. We were going at it. Didn't take any prisoners here. We just had a plan. We executed and fired away. And yes, sometimes you have to sacrifice yourself. And I'm always like the guy who say, you know what? I'm good if the team wins. I don't need to like be the shining star. As we went with the strategy, I think it was like 3 guys. The donkey first, it was myself. It was Kimi and I think it was Mantis or Matteo, I don't know. So what happened, we decided to attack over the comp and over the crust, where we really like gassed them out, the other team. We quickly recovered on the descent where they caught up, but they had to burn some matches to get to us. And then after that, the final attack, where then we split the attack. 2 guys go off the front. I hang back and just let a gap grow and try to stick with the last guy who's follow. So, worked perfectly. Loved it. The guys rode away, took 1 and 2. I had to wait for the other guys coming back in, so that was fine. So I had to sprint it over the other guys. I think I got fourth. Yeah. Oh, Mucky Muck Swifter is on. The Mucky Muck Swifter is on. Love it. Yeah, I actually was looking up remixes, but maybe there are more remixes coming up. Yes, you will not hear these songs in the recording, you only hear it live, so I apologize that. As I get copyrighted or like fragment or whatever, flagged, whatever. So... Pepsi Cola. I just want to see Jason on. Let's see if there's a good remix of this song. Chasing the Sun. So what I'm looking forward to is actually there's a goodbye race actually. I didn't get drafted, but I got picked or leveled out to another team. I'm leaving the Xeon team. Heartbroken a little bit. So I really like to race with these guys. And I will change teams to the team we raced yesterday. We won against them. And I think like the best guns are going over there. And we stacking up that team because that team is higher ranked. Yeah, so that's that. Yep. I will turn the music a little bit down. It's gonna be too loud. You let me know in the chat. So so I'm leaving Xeon and going to Synet. Actually, okay. The other team of Coalition. Ladder team. It's a ladder team. Alrighty. So we went hard yesterday. Was a good effort. Today super easy. And then tomorrow goodbye racing at Xeon against 3 times the charm. The dirty Bituus. Adam Dawson is in there. Thing he is ZwiftRaceCraft guy, so I always say who is the real ZwiftRaceCraft, but he's ZwiftRaceCraft, I'm ZwiftRaceCraft. I know names are very confusing sometimes, so good. He does coaching, check him out if you want. Up to you. I think he's based in Australia, so be mindful of the timeline if you're here in North America. But yeah, it's up to him if he wants to come online, coach you one-on-one on your terms. Having said that, we're racing tomorrow against them, probably in 24 hours, that kind of time slot. So yeah, that's that. For now, I feel like I have to like spin out my legs a little bit better. And this right here, the zone 2 bicycle let us. Like, why is everybody coming up with these ton breakers? Yeah. Okay. Whew. So yeah, that's gonna be a good 90-minute kind of rollout here, easy peasy, just moving the legs kind of thing. That's what I'm after. I think I'm playing different songs here. Come on. It should be like this all over. Chasing the sun, that's the ride today here. State of the mind. I'm slightly looking forward to not the race tomorrow. I'm looking forward to the Coalition Championships coming up this weekend. I think it's 28th, Saturday. That's the day, I don't know if it's 28th or 27th. It's Saturday. And it's gonna be early riser. Get your breakfast in, get digested, get your glycogen storage fueled up and ready to fire it up at 8 o'clock in the morning, as our UK friends have this race in the afternoon, conveniently at 4 o'clock. 4 o'clock after their lunch is nicely digested. Good for them. So yeah, it's got to be 3 races back to back to back. Well, yeah, guess what time it is right now? 10 o'clock. I'm actually up since like 3 or 4:20, so it is a little bit dragging here, but again, some sleep is very important for races like that. So on your off days, your recovery race, you can like get away with a little bit less sleep because you don't really have to work that hard. You just need to spin the legs. These ones here, spin it. Here we go. The Coalition Championship race is very interesting. I like the format. It's not just one race. It's for the TT guys, it's for the punchers, it's for the climbers. And hopefully the all-rounders will win this one. But I don't know. The first race is gonna be in Scotland. Starting out of the pens and turning left, which then is like a longer descent into the breakaway bear. I think that's what's called. Looping around there. Cast the corkscrew up and pushing up to the banner. That's that. That should be actually very doable. That's a nice course, as I'm considerably heavier than some other riders in my category, as it starts with a downhill. So I can push a little downhill. We will all start in a big group. There will be no draft, but you will see each other. So that's interesting. Let's see how this all goes and unfolds. There would be, strategic wise, it would be advantageous going out of the pens strong and finding a groove right away. Downhill and trying to separate yourself and manage your gap. That's it. After the corkscrew, that would be probably like my main goal. If I can do that, because there's no time difference. It's just like you have to reach a certain spot, and I can live with points as reward for like spot 4, 5, 6. That's great, because if we have do time difference, then they really bite us in the butt in the last stage, and I'll tell you why. So I only have to push my efforts or manage my efforts in a way that I stay ahead of a lot of climbers. That's that. Second one is a points race, where you, again, starting together, but draft is on. Draft is on. Innsbruck ring. It's that, you know, city tour with the leg snapper in it. That will be very interesting. And yeah, we will look forward to that. This clear for clear process. Sorry, I should have. I don't know. It was a good idea actually. Let's see if we can manage it next time. All right. So coming back, first one is TTT. No, sorry, TT. Not in a team try. It's TT, trying to get ahead, out of pants, managing the gap. Second, Innsbruck, downtown, leg snapper, and then finishes at the bottom where it normally is. And this one, you will get, is it first across the line? No. Fastest across segment, FTS, FAS. I think like they manage, give you extra point if you like go up the leg snapper like pretty quick. So yeah, that's that. Trying to stay in the front, or playing with the guys in the front, and then go from there. Again, it's all about managing your position. As if we're gonna go over a leg snapper and you're in contention with the boys, there's another rolling away over a little like hump into the sprint, which will not be pointed or recorded in any way, but it will be a good lead out and separates you from the sprinters. Sorry, climbers again. Heavier guys might collect more points. So accumulating the first downhill-ish kind of like course, as well as the scratch race course in Innsbruck, the points need to add up that we have a good lead. However, race number 3, Queen Stage, how they call it, and boy, are they must have like had too many shots there, but they came up with that idea. Let's go up the grade. Sure. I mean, it's fair game. Everybody has to go up there. And nobody will be timed by time gaps, so which is great. So that would have been my death sentence. So again, I have to hold a position compared to my immediately peers, which I will know by then who is in the lead or not. I don't know if we can see that, but I just look at the top 10 standings, and then I can roughly estimate who is close. So I think if you're in the top 10, you're a good contender for being on the podium. Let's say on the podium. Okay. I think Chris Blake is probably the guy to beat. as he is a monster. I already got a shout out on the Discord internally. Yeah, watch out for Chris. I said, yeah, which Chris? Chris. He said, they're both monsters, or beasts, how they call it. Yeah. I appreciate that grace you given me, but at the end, it's about the form of the day which wins it, and the breakfast for me, and time to digest, as well as a little bit warm up and how I sleep. So there's a Friday event the night before, going to a friend's house. That friend is a hockey lady, actually. She teaches hockey, so I hope there's a little bit of carb loading. That would be great. But I will try to stay away from the alcohol. Don't want to be a party pooper. But yeah, all good. Having said that, the last stage, queen stage as they call it, up the gradients. We all start at the bottom, and then I think my time, I think it's 19 minutes or 20 minutes, something like that. And now some climbers will rip up there in 17 minutes at least. They will take off a chunk of time. But again, we're not being measured by gaps, which is great. But the points between 1, 2, 3, 4, and 10 are immense. So a lighter climber who does well in the scratch race or points race, coming in the top 10 and does a decent TT, is not that far off, will probably make it, or coming from the back, and maybe scratching top 10, or is in the top 10, maybe 8th place in the, after second race. But the last race is so highly scored that these guys can just like shoot up and take it all from the back, which is great. So lots of conversation there. Good for the coalition community, and there's good participation apparently. I think we will have, I don't know, a few riders battling it out. So in terms of that, if we have 50 riders starting out in a TT, that won't matter that much. But you wanna get out of the pens with a good lead or with a good time, and holding that downhill, applying your weight. You build an ambush or anvil, yeah. That's what I'm banking on. And then, yeah, you will need to you will need to push at the leg snapper, as I feel. If you do not, you first of all will miss out on all the points up the leg snap. I think only the first 10 spots will get it. So snacking a few would be great. Not that I'm planning to win it, but because I will burn my legs for the grade then. But it's just one time up there. Just one time. So I have done it in 38 seconds. 38 seconds, which is a reasonable time. But I think there are better ones in the coalition team who done it in 35 seconds. So they are monsters. So, but these guys have done that not lately. It's been a couple of years. So in a couple of years, a lot can change. You can be in a different category. You stopped cycling, or I don't know. And I don't know if the measurement might have changed on the Innsbruck snapper. Might have been. I know the record is 29 seconds, so I'm like 7 seconds off. Thanks, I'm Billy Ups for coming in. So 29 seconds going up the leg snap in Innsbruck, but this requires you to push 2,000 watts. I think it's an indoor specialist track specialist who did that. And boy, did he launch up there doing the Tour de Zwift, so everything was draftable. So yeah, that's that. I think a good approach would be going up there a little bit from the back and trying to hit the wind close to the top. So you get a good time on the snapper, but you're not descending at the first guy there and blow up. Because you need to draft, and we want to see how many people will go over that snapper corner and where the break will be. Let's see about that. So there's a slight chance if you burn on a snapper your matches, you will not have that much left in the final sprint when the final finishing points will be handed out. And I can see that 50 people go up there. Let's say the top 20%, it's like 15 people will make it over in one shot, and they will right away. They will right away. So 50 people, that's the group I'm aiming for. Go over snapper and sit in there as best as possible. I could maybe make one dig after that, after the snapper, moving down. There's a little bit of a lump after that, and going into the sprint, and coming down this into that sprint segment on the downhill. I don't know why, but there's a lot of like pull from the back. So you could do a pre-selection for the sprint if you sacrifice yourself and push there towards the sprint banner, and then maybe maintain a gap. This will be tough, but then like who's gonna go, because nobody really wants to go. Then could be a good idea. Nobody wants to pull. Okay, let's see. So yeah. Again, we're not listening to this, huh? Don't we? Okay. So yeah, so that is the Innsbruck strategy. Going over leg snapper, trying to be with the front around 15 guys. Yeah, it's gonna be guys. Girls will not gonna make this one. It's too intense, I feel like. And then immediately like downhill, big bodies going down there. Ladies are too light for that one. If a lady makes it, good on you, man, or lady. All right. Having said that, then deciding how blown up you are. And that kind of like decides a little bit how much I push on the TT, because I'm not a super good TT rider. I'm very good outside, being aero, but here it's more power on the pedal, not so much steering. Steering is off too, so nothing to gain here. You know what? Actually, I actually need the coffee break today to hop on the washroom very quickly. So yeah. So yeah. And then for the grade, Simmer STT, trying to push good watts throughout. You know what? The secret will be between the lines, between the races. How you staying warm and engaged, that your body does not cool down too much. Very much like the tiny races, which you see on Saturdays, or maybe on Sundays too. But yeah. Bye, Juggy. I'm not missing anything here. Okay, see ya. Yes, start. Alright, I'm gonna be back in 10 seconds, hopefully. Oh, thank you. I'm back. Oh. All right. So the secret is between the races. Like in between the races, you will find out how good you recover from your efforts, and that will determine how you do in the next one. I'll give some right-ons here to my fellow Tron Aerosoc guy. Again, it's all about shaking out the legs. I'm just looking down my Zwift ride, and I have noticed that I might be able to gain some watts. How am I gonna do this? Yeah, you might ask, how can this guy gain watts without doing anything? But it's all about friction. And there's a little orange little thingy, you see that here? And it's a chain tensioner. Keeps the chain on tension, which is great. But behind that cap is a hub, which is not super smooth. It's very questionable smooth actually. And I feel I can do better. if I install a little pulley wheel. So I will try to get something on the road here, get something going, which may or may not will look funny, or let's see if I can figure something out. I think so. Yeah, that's that. Trying to get it a little bit optimized. A little bit optimized. So my goal is like around like 50k every day. This should be doable today with these boys and girls. Maybe not, depends. New York. New York has grown so much more on me because New York back then was just Central Park and the glass roads, which I did not really like, but I like the glass roads more and more. As I feel it suits me better and better based on my power profile. But I need to be stronger over the 2 to 500 power, and then going into 20 minutes. I need to increase 20 minutes. But what I need to do as well, eat freaking less and do a little more app training. I think there's so much more that I can do. If I see, I don't know if you're aware of like the Zwift scene, but if I see Nigel, he's riding topless. He makes the woman sweat. Probably they looking his stream, that's why he gets so much subscribers. He has a real good upper strength. Yeah, he's a younger Norwegian dude. Maybe the Norwegian method, Christian Blumenfeld method, who actually announced today that he's gonna go and race Roth. Challenge Roth. Love it. Great race. I want to do one day too. All right. But this year is meant to be short distances for me. And half Ironman in Victoria coming up in May, and then half. It's not a half. T100 in Vancouver, August. Looking forward to that scenario. Money just left the bank account. Don't tell my wife. But it's close to home, so there's no traveling involved. It's a good race to be a part of. Thing we changed again. I want to stay in this. No. Did I mess it up now? No. I want to play this one. good use of power up over this ramp here. If you do not want to sprint but you want to drag over, do it. What's the main currency of Romania? I think dinar. I mean, a part of euro, isn't it? Let's see. And the answer is, everybody's going for dinar. Hey. We do not get an answer yet. Let's see. I just want to find out. They're part of Europe, I feel like. It's B. What? The LU. Alright. This sprint always hard to time. Always hard to time this one here. Let's see what this is all about here. Cleaning software, my computer. If I mess it up, I will let you know, or you will find out in the stream. Optimize clicks. Don't do it. No. Need that one. Browser. See details. What do you got there? Okay, yeah. Go back. This one, see details. Okay. Whatever. Software, I want to get paid. I know there's development costs, but paying in over and over every year, not so sure about that program. Alright. Alright, that was almost 45 minutes casually. I think I'm still in zone 2 the whole time, easy peasy here. But I want to be a little bit higher. Let's start to push a little. Even though not that much came from it. Again, different song. Let's go this one here. Chase the sun. That's different. Let's see what this is. Bum bum bum. Now we're flying here. What I'm talking about. Yesterday was a really weird, as I could not shift immediately. It was like a delay of 3 seconds, everything. In which year was the Nintendo Game Boy first released? Oh, I go like 87, 89. So there will be no, forgot to mention that about the Coalition Championships. Bikes will be neutralized. That is the fairest game you can do. So it's all about style. I hope not Actually, the performance race draft is on. If you have a handicap bike, it's a little bit unfair. Cannot draft behind that. Boy, CK! I'm not going anywhere, buddy. I know, it's not my name, CK. Chris Kosh, ZwiftRaceCraft. No bad excuse. That's true. Pepsi Cola. Man, they really want to get Coca-Cola. Right on. Yeah, wrong name. Okay, we're gonna go for this one now, this version. Chase the Sun. You know what? Let's check out very quick the chatter. I put some memes in there, stir the pot a little bit. Let's see what they come back with. First Brook. Nothing. Okay, let's see. Brother, Colin's in the house. Oh yeah, man, buddy, we're racing tomorrow. We're racing tomorrow. That's exciting, isn't it? We're racing tomorrow. Colin is back after being a ghost for like 3-4 weeks. He's probably like a solid A now. A monster. In construction on Zwift. Let's see. I'm getting the legs primed right now. Okay, yeah, do that. There are 2 sections you want to be highly alerted. And that is when we're leaving the volcano area and going into the dirt area where it like goes up like this. I would call out on the Discord. You want to put the power down, buddy. This is the time where we make them react, and they need to empty the tank to get back to us. And when they got back to us, that's the point where we actually tackle the actual climb with going over the bridge and so on. So yeah, it's gonna be hard. I'm building a fence at my house. Oh, okay, man, you're never run out of projects, and it's probably not a small one, as you probably have like miles on land to cover for that one. Yeah, it's gonna sting tomorrow. But to be honest, I'm not gonna like go super crazy. I will not win it. Kimi and Thing Mantas are on there. They're like better climbers than I am going over the bridge. Maybe we try to stick together as we are pulling away as a group. But that's that for tomorrow, I know. That's the strategy for tomorrow. After I finish the fence, I'm going to rewrite my trailer lights. Rewire my trailer lights. Yeah, right. Rewire trailer lights. And then probably you're gonna like build a garage on your house as well, like in your lunch break. Man, yeah. Projects after projects. If you have the material, I mean, it's kind of like Lego for grown-ups a little bit, huh? You're just gonna figure it out. It's fun, you know? The weather's good. It's great. Yeah, I love projects myself. Right now I have taken on myself as a project, getting a little bit more into the nitty-gritty and being more consistent with my Zwifting, and that paid off tremendously in the last 2 months, I would say. Lots of projects. Yeah, I hear you. I'm gonna try this different. Oh, yeah, early wake up. 4:20. 4:20. There it is, Elon Musk. 4:20. So 27 minutes left for this ride, and hopefully we're gonna cover another. We will never cover 30 kilometers. No, 20, maybe 15. We cover 15. I'm a happy camper. Send it, brother. Not the race today. It's just chilling here. Banded just as much as you want. If you put down the power, you go off the front, but they pull you back like this guy. He's probably pushing hard, but nobody gets away. As long as you're pushing 10 watts, you stay with the group. So it's easy peasy. It's good sport here. Saturday, Colin, Saturday will be good sport. The coalition championships are coming. Send it. Oh my god, miscommunication for sure. Somebody tries to put down the power, send it. He sent a picture on somewhere, probably in Discord, in Xeon, of the fence he did. And probably now it's his wire project coming up. So, and I'm talking about racing. Yeah, totally different mindsets. You know, good for you, Colin. Getting something done. I will check it out. Let's see. Okay, this. Listen to the original. Probably Discord. Oh, here, direct mail. There you. Oh, sharp. Let's check it out. So you did the framing, and now you put like chicken wires on it. Yeah, there you go. The fence is just for my chickens. So yeah, now the chicken wire goes on. I feel like, huh? I tell you a trick now with the chicken wire before you put the chickens in. If you paint the chicken wire black, you actually can see through way better because light is not reflecting that much. So you can see the chicken better. If you put the standard chicken wire thing, which comes in like silvery colorish, that will reflect light, and you will see through it obviously, but depends how wide it is. If it's like that much chicken wire, like gaps, I think I would recommend going with black. You can test it out. Let me know how you like it. It's just a visual effect. I don't stain the wood. But yeah, I'm painting the fence black. And the fence looks black, the framing. The chicken wire, the metal you put on there, that will be black. Maybe it's already black and you see through as it is. But yeah, that's something I have learned. YouTube is your best friend. You can see the chickens better, yeah. I know. If I look at chickens, it calms me down too. I just watch the chickens. Calms me right down. Ah, love it. Oh, I was going to check my other stream there, other thread. I stirred up the pot with gifts. Man, yeah, it looks sharp. You know what? Yeah, you already, now I see it. In the back, you haven't painted the other fence or like the other framework, but black looks chic. Yeah, it might turn a little bit more grayish like the trees at the end when the sun hits it good, but looks nice indeed. Okay, here we go. 8 messages, 8. Uh, no give. uh, Here we go. That's what I'm talking about. Wow. Bring it. Excuses. Uh, for the way this should be a surprise out of all. Love it. Just getting warmed up. Oh my god, Ben, you cracking me up. The frame is a dark brown. It looks almost black, but maybe when it dries it will come better. David, love it. Take the bait. I must. I'm not saying all non-climbers are complainers, but all complainers do come from non-climbers. I cannot figure this out. Like always these backwards things. That's too much for me as an ESL guy. Oh, okay. I'm gonna stand out. I can't eat teeth. He's not on Sunday, Bob. The Enya? No. So that would have been like a quite a mix. Just trying to get some sound going here. As you won't hear that in the recording, so I won't get penalized, hopefully. Oh, I said, Chris, what the hell? So it looks like we are locked in at the outer perimeter of the New York Park, which I love. That is right. Let's send him out left and right here. Everybody gets a ride on who is in the right. Why not? I have to fall back here. There you go. Get the crowd in the back here. Man, it's a big group. Okay, I'm gonna go super easy here. Let's see, gear 1. I must have caught a lot of people already. What's my celebration here? Baikal, Baikal Ecos team. Big Hawks, happy? $225 remaining until next upgrade. I do it next week. Yeah, I'm gonna make it up there. $50K. See ya. Alright guys, I'm gonna like check out here. 50k done and 500 meters. That's minimum for the day here. And we are done and dusted at the Hudson Hustle. Again, they love tongue twisters. Hudson Hustle. Bikeaholics. I don't know. Alright. Darren says hi. Greetings from Malta, or greetings to Malta. Thank you very much. Alrighty, I see you guys tomorrow. It's gonna be a ladder race against the dirty Butios or something. I see you guys out there. Cheers.